I should talk to my publicist before doing any of these.
Hello, Internet. This is Emily. I am actually in Florida right now with my parents, and this is my lovely father, Rollin. He's extremely famous in Florida. If you know him, leave a comment. So anyway, he was going to contact his publicist before we started filming this, but, he's trying to be nice today. So we're going to do the father-daughter tag. I will leave the questions below, so if you want to do the tag as well, go right ahead. Okay, so the first question is, how did you feel when you found out you were going to be a father? I was the firstborn, so it's going to be a good question.
I can't remember that far back.
Well, I was planned, is what I hear.
Yeah,
Maybe not for you, but
Yeah, it was planned. Everything's planned.
it was all planned out.
I didn't get you saying it, but
Oh, well, hey, that's all right. That's all right. Okay, well, I can't answer that question because I'm not a father nor a mother. So I'll answer this question first, but you're going to answer it too. So, what did your father teach you about life? Okay, so my answer is, I think my dad has taught me about life, about accountability and just being, not making excuses and just kind of pushing forward and moving on from whatever bad stuff is behind you, just kind of pushing forward. So, I don't know, I think that's kind of what you taught me the most.
okay.
Just kind of, your life is like a journey. You just need to keep moving forward, because if you're not moving forward,
Keep going to the end.
Yeah, exactly. Did your dad teach you anything about life?
I don't recall sitting down and him talking about stuff like that. He was gone a lot, so it was just lead by example or do by example. Just so what he does, or maybe I was influenced by what he did or didn't do. I don't know.
So describe how you are like your father. Like what personality traits or...
Well, I suppose my leanings are toward conservatism. So one word. That's he was conservative. I think I'm conservative in some regards. We're big supporters of the Second Amendment. That's to the U.S. Constitution.
If they don't know what it is, you can look it up.
You can Google that on your time. But we weren't really extravagant in our tastes or anything like that. So that's about it.
So how I am most like my father. How I would love to be more a personality trait like my mother, I'm not. I'm more like this guy right here. So I'm a little bit more, they call me you call Phil, my brother, he's younger than I am, the sensitive one. And I am not the sensitive one. So they always joke that I'm going to pull the plug because my brother wouldn't be able to handle it. So he's kind of that way too, where we're just not as touchy-feely, sensitive-y people. I don't know. It's just not, I don't know. I've never been really affected with that kind of stuff, and I don't think you really have been either. With touchy-feely, heartwarming
kind of
things.
I've evolved.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of that stuff, and it's,
I don't know.
been bred out of me.
We don't get so emotional about things and fly off the handle emotionally about a lot of stuff. For me, I always think, what's this going to accomplish? Where some people get so upset about stuff and,
Some people like to hug, and whenever I go in for a hug, I think, I'm halfway to a choke, let's just go all the way.
You should surprise somebody with that one day.
I've done
You
it.
could end up on the news. What was your first job?
I think the first job where somebody paid me money was Key West, Florida. I think I was in middle school or maybe even elementary school, and I was setting pins in a bowling alley for a women's bowling league. The schools were overcrowded at the time in Key West, Florida, and we were on half-day sessions, and so we'd get off in the afternoon, and we would go set pins for a women's bowling league on a Navy base. And I think I got 75 cents for a game to set a game of bowling, and then if I set double lanes, I got $1.50, which I spent buying like model airplanes and stuff like that.
think my first job was babysitting. I just babysat everybody in the neighborhood. What do you like to do in your free time? Now that you have oodles and oodles and oodles of it.
Well, I read. I try to meet people and tell them stories.
Not all of which are true.
Or no, that's
Mhm.
right. I volunteer one day a week at the sheriff's office and help them move their squad cars, and then I also volunteer at this gun club I belong to as a range safety guy, and so that's how I fill some time. I've got a book that needs to be written, and I'm a third of the way through that. I need to get back on that, and I like to go to the movies.
Mm-hmm.
That's about it. I can't think of a whole lot of stuff that I like to
Sounds
do.
about right.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Sounds about right. What I do in my free time is I don't really have a ton of free time. I work, and then I go home and hang out with the pup and do that kind of stuff. Just normal working stuff. But when I'm retired, I'm sure I'll have a lot more interest than I do right now. And I make these videos for you guys, so yeah, that's what I do. Let's see here.
I take pictures too.
Oh yeah, he likes to take pictures. This is a really good one for you. What is your biggest pet peeve? You've got many.
Yeah, there's just so many.
It's like how much time you got.
I couldn't single.
Well, what's the one you were talking about today? Your biggest pet peeve about Facebook and people with pictures?
Well, first of all, there should be a law against posting poorly taken photographs. I mean, it's a felony. It should be a felony with a jail sentence in there. And probably like a restraining order from ever having a camera. But you could break their fingers too. But they shouldn't take bad photographs and post them. There's no sense in wasting people's time with that. And then I think everybody's seen a picture of a baby and a dog already, so they shouldn't be able to post that stuff because we all know what those look like.
Yes. He doesn't follow my dog on the internet, so
Yeah,
that's
that's-
okay. But my dog stuff will be below.
It's a waste of time. And yes, it's a dog. I see the dog. It does dog stuff. And it probably smells bad and poops and stuff.
It does.
And the same with babies. They're in the same category. They don't talk. They don't wipe their own asses. I mean, why have a picture of that? And so that's it's an obscenity, a blight. I mean, you shouldn't.
But there are some
Yeah,
really
I
bad
don't-
photos on Facebook.
Yeah, they're grainy, out of focus, bad angle, not cropped properly. I mean,
And this
I
is what
could
you're
go on.
choosing for
Yeah.
the world to see about you. So, I don't know.
And people expect to, support a story they're going to tell with a poor image. That's just ignorant. And then,
Mm-hmm.
and somebody should go to their house and slap them.
So what do you think about the photos that I post on the internet? Are they okay?
Yeah, they've been good. I mean,
Okay.
if I consider myself a success as a father, it's because both of my children, both the sensitive one and the unsensitive one, have learned to take very decent photographs, and
Yes.
they're way ahead of their peers in that regard. So
Well,
I consider that a success as a parent right there.
there you go.
Everything else is just gravy.
That's good. Oh, let's see. My biggest pet peeve. Well, I know what my biggest pet peeve used to be, but I really don't have one anymore because I don't drink soda any longer. But you know when you go through the drive-through at your local place and you get a soda and they fill it like all the way up the cup of soda and they smash the lid on it and then you put the straw in it and then all of the soda just comes out and it's just a sticky, nasty mess. That was my biggest pet peeve for the longest time. Like, I feel like the people working in the fast food restaurant think they're doing you a favor by giving you more soda, but it's actually kind of a disservice because it gets all over everything and it's just disgusting. But I haven't drank soda in a really, really long time, so I guess it's not really my pet peeve anymore. I need to find a new one. Maybe I'll join yours.
Yeah, I was just
The bad-
thinking we should open up the Constitution and include another amendment about that throat punch Thursday, because I think we're really missing a bet here by not actually having it.
Hashtag TPT, Throat Punch Thursday.
Exactly. And the other thing too is like, okay, shaking hands should be outlawed. and it's like, you know,
Unless I see you with the foam.
maximum contact is going to be fist bump, followed by sanitizer. You know, I mean, that should be it. That's just, and no more hugging, choking. I can see that. I understand.
Well, you really
that.
only hug your family because they go in for it.
Yeah, and that's because I kind of want to choke them because I know them.
Yeah.
But then they go to the hug thing, and I feel sad for them.
Yeah. True. Very true. Let's see. What's the next one? Do you have any regrets?
Yeah, I got a lot of those.
How much time you got?
Yeah, we don't have that much
I
time.
know.
I'd move on that one.
Okay. Any one standout in particular? Anything
Well,
you
I
would
didn't
like
want to get
do?
married, number one.
Well, it didn't work out for you.
Didn't want to have kids.
That didn't work out
And
either.
it just goes on from there. I mean, you can see, you know, if those two regrets, where are we going to be at?
So I'm a regret.
We were hoping for
Uh-oh.
adoption, but
Yeah.
never happened.
Never worked out.
People never came around.
They wouldn't take me.
They was like, no, not those kids.
That's too much like that guy.
No, bad genetics. Bad genetics.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, that's all we hear.
Yeah. So, any regrets for me? I don't think so. Just because I wouldn't be the person I am without all the things I've experienced, I guess.
One day at a time, you're a product of your genetics and your experience. And you can quote me on that, but it's going to be copywritten.
Oh, okay. Yeah. What do you like best about being a father? I think you just like teaching people stuff.
Yeah, it could be it. I mean, it's just, you know, I don't really have time for small kids because they don't talk and they just make smells and sounds. But I mean, once they're in a position where they can learn, you know, then it's more interesting, and that's where I can get involved, you know, because I think, oh, here I can help this kid because they don't know anything. I'll teach them what I know, and then they can learn from other people, and hopefully they can go on and teach what they learn. And I guess you can say they're doing that now because they're both teachers in their own fields. They do share their experiences and they guide others. So I guess consider that in the success column.
Oh, goodness. Well, that's all the questions I have for you.
Well, that's really
I
good.
know.
Then,
Do you feel really famous now?
I always was and always will be, I guess. And I appreciate the opportunity to let you people meet me and
Yes.
see the wonderfulness of what's happening here.
All right. So that wraps it up for us. So I hope you guys are all having a wonderful day, and I will talk to you all very soon. Bye.